In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B walks on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk, we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk, we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk, we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk, we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, B-Wop tells the stories under the bright lights. In the silence of the night, when the crowd fades.
Who else wants some? They say my D-line didn't exist. Bullshit.
It's my favorite thing.
It's time to get nasty. It's time to get nasty.
Are you practicing to practice, or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
What's coming? You on the way?
Good morning, family. How y'all doing out there? You watching Sports Talk with B. Watts on a Wednesday morning edition of Sports Talk with B. Watts. Want to thank everybody for tuning in right now. Only thing that I ask that you do, hit that like button. Hit that like button as you come in. Hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to Sports Talk with B. Watts, subscribe to your boy channel, helping grow this broadcast, if you don't mind. And also, while you're at it, if you would like to support Sports Talk with B. Watts, join the membership. Join the membership. Want to thank everybody who already done joined the membership. Y'all, you've been a blessing to Sports Talk with B. Watts, and I truly appreciate each and one of you. Well, we got to talk about it. Tom Brady has broke his silence on Shedeur Sanders' NFL draft day. And Boogie Night, head of Shedeur Sanders' media team. Hey, he had some words to say too. And I'm going to share it with you. I got both of the videos. I'm on here for 30 minutes. Like I said, I'm getting ready to start my morning edition. One thing I ask that you do, help me, support me, and help me grow my morning edition of Sports Talk with B. Watts. Come to you at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. All right? Hey, let me say hello to everybody in the chat who done reached out, and let's get this thing underway. Hey, what's going on? Boss Lady is in the building. I was glad to be able to catch you this morning. I'm so glad you're here too. Yeah, so when those trolls come up, I figure I stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning trying to figure this thing out. I didn't know. So you got your wrench. And thank you for being a member also. Miss Val, how you doing this morning? Appreciate you for rocking with your boy this morning. I love CC, my dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got your rent, so you ain't got to bother me no more about that chat and people in there doing what they're not supposed to do or saying some wrong stuff. So, okay. Look, Bucket, what's going up? Well, I might bring you on in about 15 minutes. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I might. Oh, yeah, it's up, B-Wise. Yeah, it's up. Son of Yahweh. Appreciate you, son of Yahweh, for being a membership. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I love CC. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate joining my membership, too. TC, what's going on? How y'all feeling this morning? Appreciate y'all for rocking with me this morning. Hey, E, what's going on? That name don't look familiar. Must be new. Atlanta, I be saying it wrong. I don't know what I'm saying. Allah. Hope I said it right. Appreciate you for rocking me this morning. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, we ain't having that show. Ain't. All right, let's get into it. I ain't gonna hold you long. I'm just now for 30 minutes in the morning, and I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight, I'm highlighting D. Taylor. Yeah, Decatur Taylor, the running back for Colorado, and DJ McKinney. So we're gonna be talking about them at the 8 o'clock hour tonight. All right. Well, let's get into this thing. Hey, Tom Brady done spoke out, right? But I heard Tom Brady. Heard everything he had to say. But I ain't buying it, y'all. I'm just not buying what Tom Brady had to say. Listen, you are part of the ownership. You must have already met with the owner, the head coach, and the GM, and everybody a part of that draft committee as a NFL part owner. You got a chart to know who you want to pick. Now, I'm not saying that they were obligated to pick Shedeur, but hey, you said Shedeur was your friend. You said you worked with him. You said you be calling him. You said you training him. You let 4 rounds go by and didn't even pick Shedeur. And you saw what the NFL was doing to him. They did it to you. They did it to you. You was the 199 pick. You had to feel some kind of way when you got drafted late. So can you imagine how Shedeur was feeling when you needed a younger quarterback to go behind Geno Smith? As soon as Cleveland moved up to draft Shedeur, there y'all go, picking a quarterback. Why you just couldn't pick a quarterback before the 5th round? This Tom Brady now. Well, I'm going to share this video. I'm going to let y'all hear what he got to say. You tell me, do you believe him or don't you believe him? I'm sure some of you already done seen it and heard it. I'm not buying it. I'm just not going to buy it. I'm just not going to buy it. He supposed to be the GOAT. I can't buy that.
Elephant in the room, Shedeur Sanders. What happened, Tom? Why did he go so late in the draft?
It's a good question. I wasn't a part of any evaluation process or
Skip Bayless says otherwise.
No. Well, everyone's got that's the problem with media is everyone can just say whatever the fuck they want. I actually texted Shedeur because
I ain't gonna play it all right. Now, he said he wasn't a part of the evaluation. Bruh, really, Tom? You're studying, you're hesitating, you're thinking about before you answer, it ain't flowing naturally. I'm just trying to tell you, Tom Brady, that don't sound right, my
Elephant in the room, Shedeur Sanders. Right. What happened, Tom? Why did he go so late in the draft?
It's It's a good question. I wasn't a part of any evaluation process or
Skip Bayless
see
says
that.
otherwise.
No. Well, everyone's got every, that's the problem with media is everyone can just say whatever the fuck they want. I actually texted Shedeur because I know him very well. And I said, dude, like whatever happens, wherever you go, like that's your first day. Day 2 matters more than the draft. I was 199.
Yeah.
So who could speak on it better than me? Like what that really means. Use it as motivation. You're going to get your chances. Go take advantage of it.
He still didn't. Tom, you still didn't answer the question. The man want to know what happened, why your organization that you supposed to be part ownership of then draft Shedeur. He still didn't answer that to me. I don't know about it to y'all. He didn't answer the question. He up there stumbling. It don't matter where you go in the draft. Yeah, hell it do. He lost $40 million that he can never get back. He lost $40 million that he'll never get back. All year long, well, hell, 2 years, Shedeur Sanders was projected to be a top 10 pick. A top 10 pick. A top 10 pick. And you supposed to be his role model. You in ownership. You in ownership. You in ownership. I ain't buying that from Tom Brady. Even though he boy, I tell you, look at him. But just still, I think Tom Brady, I ain't gonna say what I want to say in the morning, but you watch me tonight. Tom Brady, I'm gonna give you a pass on this one, but I'm looking sideways at you on this one, big dog. I'm just looking at you sideways. It really just doesn't make sense if you are part of ownership and if y'all ain't sitting in that meeting and talk about a quarterback. A quarterback. You got Geno Smith as your quarterback. And you know in the NFL you need a backup quarterback. Somebody to succeed a older quarterback. And you left Shedeur hanging. You left 2 hanging now. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you alone. But I want to get to what Boogie Knight had to say. Now, this is gonna be an interesting video, y'all. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. I got 15 more minutes. If you don't mind, hit the like button. I'm trying to go my morning show. And I want to thank each and one of you for stopping by. Well, before I get into Boogie, let me see what y'all have to say. Do y'all believe and trust what Tom Brady just said? Put it down in the chat. Put it down in the chat. But if you don't mind, help me get through this thing. Thank you. No Sanders family disrespect until tolerated. All right. She got the mic, y'all. She got the mic. I love TC. TC, what's going on? How you doing? Let's see. Here we go. Bizzo, B. Watts. Tom Words, fumble too much. He knows something. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. You just can't be part of the ownership, Benzo, and not to know where Shedeur is on your depth chart. And he's still there in the 4th round, and he didn't get drafted to the 5th round. I mean, it just don't make sense to me. We had a time last night, B. Watts. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we did. We sure did. Appreciate that. TC also said, did you hear that he entered his son into the draft? No, I didn't. I sure did. Like I say, DJ8 said, just don't make sense. It don't make sense. It just don't make sense to me. Tom didn't even answer the question. Exactly, sis. He didn't even answer the question. He didn't answer the question. So, hey, it is what it is. I ain't trying to make no big thing out. But when I saw the video, I said, that sounds strange. So early this morning, around about 1, I said, oh, I'm going to talk to my folks and let's see what they got to say about this. Yeah. Yolanda Richard, what's going on? She said, in my opinion, Tom Brady is a liar, in my opinion. His body language in the interview, and that needs a lot of growing. Statement will come back to bite him. Exactly. I don't think he believe what he was saying. He did. I know he did. I love CC throw them eyes up and said, yeah, we're looking at him sideways today. If we knew Shedeur very well, if he knew Shedeur very well, you couldn't draft him. Exactly. You trained him. He always talking about Tom Brady. Brady mode, Brady mode, Brady mode. And you couldn't waste a third round or a fourth round draft pick when you knowing he's still there. Come on, Tom. You got to come better than that, Tom. You got to come better than that. He knows exactly why to fail. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That owner told him not to do it. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. Pete Carroll won. He is now, so let it play out. It is what it is. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're going to let it play out. So I just got a hard. I just don't believe Tom Brady, y'all. I just don't believe Tom Brady. Man, said, what's up, B. Watts in the chat room? Brady is lying. Exactly. He know he lying. I know he lying. Sis said, hell no. Hell to the now early this morning, boy. It is what it is, though. We're going to be all right, though, because Shedeur is getting ready for the Ricky Minnie camp this weekend. Starting Friday, he report tomorrow. I think he's going to go in there and do what he's supposed to do. And I'm telling you, the Cleveland Browns really, like I said last night, Cleveland Browns don't know what they finna get into when they got Shedeur on the scene. When he get on the scene, they really don't know what they finna get. And I ain't saying this in no negative way either. He's finna bring a lot of positivity. And when them fans start coming to practice, they gonna cut the food. They gonna look here. I'm trying to tell you now. I know a lot of people said they don't want the circus. It ain't gonna be no circus. It's the media who bring the circus. Shedeur is just gonna be Shedeur. He just got a fan base that Cleveland just ain't gonna be used to. Just not gonna be used to. He gonna go out there and put the work in. He gonna go out there and do what he's supposed to do. And the people just want to be around him. He's young. Look at him. Man, when these other quarterbacks get out here, bruh, come on. Who coming to see these guys right here? I mean, just be honest. Who coming to see these quarterbacks that's already on the Cleveland Brown roster? Ain't nobody coming to see them. Ain't nobody finna spend their money, they hard-earned money, and come out there and see these quarterbacks right here. They just ain't. Deshaun Watson, ACL tear, he won't even be there, right? You got Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh for 2 or 3 years. He failed there. You got Joe Flacco. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I get that. But still 40 years old. Come on. What? Now you got Dylan Gabriel, right? Now this is going to be the interesting part. You got Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. I think those two going to be battling for that bag up position. And I'm sure they're going to start with Joe Flacco because of his resume, because of his background. He's a Super Bowl winner. He's a veteran. But still, if Shedeur can go out there and do what he's supposed to do, which I'm sure he is, I just can't see why they wouldn't go with a younger franchise quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. I just don't understand why they wouldn't. Shedeur has the most upsides in either one of those quarterbacks. He's younger. He's 23. He have proven to the world who've been tuning in, if you've been following college football, and college football is all been about Deion Sanders at Jackson State, Deion Sanders in Colorado. ESPN have been following Coach Prime. Fox News Sports has been following Coach Prime all over there on X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's been following Shedeur Sanders and his dad wherever they go. So when you look, they go to age different. Deshaun Watson 30, Joe Flacco 40, Kenny Pickett 27, Dylan Gabriel 25, Shedeur Sanders 23. Shedeur Sanders got the most upsized of any of these quarterbacks. Shedeur Sanders turned around Jackson State. He turned around Colorado as a quarterback. So why wouldn't you think Shedeur Sanders won't turn around the Cleveland Brown franchise as a quarterback? You go by your past performance. And what you done did in the past will tell you what you're going to do in the future. If you put the right parts around Shedeur, they will be successful. Now, let's hear what Boogie Knight had to say about the interview process. And he laid it down. And if you listen to him, that dude tell the truth, y'all. Now, listen to what Boogie Knight had to say. Remember, Boog is the co-host when Travis do his podcast, just in case people don't know who he is, right? But he a part of Shedeur media team. All right. So check this out. It's about a minute long. I got about 7 more minutes. I got to get off. All right. Check this out. Here we go.
Trust me. Like I even seen Coach Thomas said earlier, like how great his interview was with him when he visited, and how it was totally different from some of the reports that we getting from other places. Now, I'll explain this. Let's go back to the question you asked a few minutes ago. With some of those interviews, I would say it wasn't the lack of professionalism or being unprepared. He's never been unprepared. I think it was more so of a.
You heard what he said. I stopped there. I'm gonna play the rest of it. I stopped. He said he's never been unprepared. I don't know why the New York Giants put that out on Shedeur that he wasn't prepared about a meeting. I don't know why. It need to be investigated deeper and more why they put that out. You got to remember, every practice, the New York Giants football team and organization was up there in Boulder, Colorado. Watching Shedeur, Travis, or whoever, they had to talk to Coach Prime every time they entered the building. They had to. You just don't go in nobody's facility without talking to the head person in charge of the football team, and that's Coach Prime. That's Deion Sanders. For them to sit there and put that out, that he wasn't prepared, what kind of question were they asking Shedeur? You know? And Boog, I'm finna play the whole thing. Ain't gonna stop it this time. And listen to him, what he was saying at the end.
Trust me, like I even seen Coach Thomas said earlier, like how great his interview was with him when he visited, and how it was totally different from some of the reports that we getting from other places. Now, I'll explain this. Let's go back to the question you asked a few minutes ago. With some of those interviews, I would say it wasn't the lack of professionalism or being unprepared. He's never been unprepared. I think it was more so of a young kid getting comfortable and building a relationship with someone and probably trusting them a little too much, and going into a room with his guard down, not understand like, man, this is a job interview still, and they trying to pick you apart. Because you got to think the Giants and those teams, man, they've been in Boulder more than anybody. They've been there so much that almost to the point where he feel like, man, oh, we good. They have certain conversations off camera.
That's
like,
a good point.
Man, it's
right.
So now when I go in that room, it's these my people. Yeah, you know, we good.
I never thought about it that. I never like if I'm like that's not the first time they ever met. Now I'm going back and forth. They've been there 2 years since I was junior. Yeah. We done talked, laughed, and joked about stuff.
You told me I'm your guy.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like, but like you said, that's how it is in interviews. You got to remember at all times they testing you and people's watching. So I never considered that, but
Set up. They set him up. You just heard him. They was up there all the time, more than any other team, forming a relationship. You heard, Boo? Man, y'all was up there so much, man. I thought y'all were my brothers. You told me I was the guy, so I'm dapping you up. What's going on? What's up? What's going on? How you doing? Shooting a bobo. So when the interview came around, hey, you that walked in that same way. Y'all done told me I'm your guy. So why you trying to set me up? You done told me I'm your guy. You've been up there all year. You know how long is 12 months? You came up there for 12 months. 12 months to talk to me as a quarterback, to get to know my dad, my family, my surrounding, my team, everything. And then you're going to pull a stunt like this? It was the head coach. Breaking news on Sports Talk with B. Watts. It was the head coach. The head coach, he didn't want him. He didn't want Shedeur. And he ain't won nothing as a head coach for the New York Giants. Josh Allen helped him get that job in Buffalo. He was his offensive coordinator. You heard the head coach in the interview, Brian Daboll. I wanted a quarterback that similar to my quarterback that was in Buffalo that I coached. That's a code word. That's a code word. He wanted somebody to look like him. That's all it was. He wanted a Josh Allen. Now, I'm on record. The quarterback they selected, he a good quarterback. The quarterback that the New York Giants picked is a good quarterback. But he ain't better than Shedeur. To me, he was the second best quarterback in the draft. But Shedeur was the best quarterback in the draft. He was the second best quarterback, according to me. He was better than Cam Ward to me. I give him credit. He can play the quarterback position. But what Boog just said didn't make no sense for what the New York Giants pulled. You was up there every day for a year, and you told me I was your guy. I'm just saying. You told me out your mouth that I was your guy, and then come draft day, you flipped the script on me. You dapping me up. We fed y'all hungry ass 3 times a day. You know, and you flipped the script on me. That ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool. And then you put out little lies so other teams couldn't draft him. Yeah, it was your organization that did that, New York Giants. You never had a African-American quarterback in the first place. Never. I did the research. I checked you out last night, New York Giants. You never had a starting African-American quarterback. The owner, like he about 83, 82. You still trying to run that plantation. See, the NFL, I know a lot of report out there say, hey, we got to send them a message. Listen, the NFL, I think I heard Steve Woodland say this about 6 months ago when we were talking about the NFL Combine, Uncle Steve. And I heard Roland Martin early this morning. The NFL still trying to run like it's a plantation, a slavery plantation. Roland Martin said this morning when I was watching him, the NFL got 32 owners. All 31 of them is white, old, and they stuck in their 50s and 60s and still trying to sell the NFL as a plantation. And when I thought about that and I heard that, I thought about what Uncle Steve said. When you go to that combine, you out there entertaining the owners. And I thought about that thing. I said, Steve might be right, boy. Can't wait to hit him up in the morning. Let him know, boy, you might be right. You might be right what you just said to me 6 months ago. Yeah, they out there putting on a show for them white owners. That's what that NFL combine for. But the NFL now met their match in Shedeur Sanders. He different. He came from money. He coming in your organization as a millionaire. Shedeur Sanders was making $45 million at Colorado. NIL deal. He didn't take no collective from the school. Matter of fact, him and Travis Hunter were paying 11 or 12 players while they was up there so they can have a decent living while they was up there. That show you the character of the young man. That show you the character of his dad. That show you the parenthood of Deion Sanders. He done school Shedeur. He done school Travis. He done school Shiloh. He done school his players to how to make it in the NFL on and off the field. That's why I keep trying to tell you. Cleveland Brown really don't know who they getting in Shedeur Sanders. Not as a sideshow, not as a distraction, but a positive side. He's the quarterback that can change their franchise. None of those other quarterbacks can change that franchise for Cleveland if they want to win. None of them can change that franchise like Shedeur can. Shedeur can change their franchise as a man, as a quarterback, and give them credibility as a quarterback. Because you know, word on the street, word in the YouTube space, the word on Twitter, that the Cleveland Browns organization is a quarterback killer. It's a quarterback killer, right? It's a quarterback killer. Like I said, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. Who would you want to be your quarterback if you was the owner, if you was the head coach, if you was the general manager, if you was the fans, the dog pound? You looking at this quarterback list, who you want to be your quarterback? I rest my case. Well, Boog Knight just didn't stop there, y'all. No. Yeah, hear what he had to say. Boog say, look at him. Look at here. I messaged him over there on Instagram. He still hadn't responded back this morning. But check this out. Boog said, Shedeur Sanders, this is what it said. It says Shedeur Sanders, head media team member Boogie Knight, called out the Browns for not giving Shedeur Sanders the number 2 and allowing the picture on the screen, wide receiver DeAndre Carter, to keep it. Boog also said there is no way the Cleveland Browns should give number 2 to anyone else, especially to a wide receiver who have not worn the number 2 before in his career. I mean, you can't go look at him. Hey, I agree 100%. Whether you want to agree like Shedeur or not. Boog say there's no way the Cleveland Browns should have gave that number 2 to anyone else, especially to a wide receiver who have not worn the number 2 before in his career. 100. And that ain't got nothing to do with his career. If you go back and Google him and check out his stats, check out his numbers and his productivity in the NFL, man, he shouldn't even, I don't even know why he on the team. He can go out there and do that at 50 years old. Well, he done did. 100 yards out of the last 3 years as a wide receiver, bro. And they gonna let him get number 2? I don't know what this organization is up to, but y'all finna change. We finna change it. Yeah. Oh yeah. We finna change it. When I say we, oh yeah. Y'all think we coach members? You finna find out. Yeah, you finna find out. You finna find out the hard way. Well, B. Watts, how can they find out? Well, let me tell you how you heard an organization and an owner. You heard them from their pocketbook. When that jersey sale go out with number 12, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Buy from Shedeur. Do not buy from Cleveland. You want to play these games? Yeah. Man, let me tell you something. Black folk used to playing games. We've been playing games all our life. Yeah. Huh? Man, I've been playing games there since I was 6 when I remember. You know, you put them jacks down, you throw that ball up, and you catch it. Throw that ball up. Yeah. That's my first game I remember. Yeah. You throw that ball up and you pick up the jacks. I was playing jacks. Yeah. Y'all want to play game? We're going to play your game. We can play game from you. Yeah. We can play the best game you ever want to see, Cleveland Brown. Yeah. We surely can. Like I say, when Shedeur Sanders hit that field, when he hit that field, and them fans are allowed to come to y'all practice, y'all gonna see what Boulder, Colorado is seeing for the last 2 years. Your lifestyle gonna change, your winning on the field gonna change, and your organization gonna change. But it gonna be changed for the better. And you're gonna say, oh, now your head coach and your general manager ain't gonna say that, but it's your owner who gonna make that call. He see his bottom line increasing. And Jerry Jones gonna be down there in Dallas, excuse me. Jerry Jones and the rest of the owners gonna be looking at the media coverage and the success of Cleveland and gonna be in his office saying, damn, God damn, Dak Prescott, I should have got rid of your ass. That's exactly what gonna happen. Shedeur don't change Jackson State, and he don't change the University of Colorado. A quarterback. You need a quarterback that's confident. He can't help he came from a millionaire. His daddy was a millionaire. He can't help that. Hell, I wish I was my mom and dad was a millionaire. God bless their soul. But still, he can't help that. He was a millionaire in college. Every quarterback coming after Shedeur Sanders that finna get drafted in the NFL, they got them big time NIL money. So you ain't gonna be able to press them down like that. He confidence. One thing I done learned, and y'all want y'all to hear me this before I let y'all go. One thing I have learned and over my years, the world cannot, how I want to put this without offending anybody. I don't mean to offend. If you are a white person, I ain't trying to offend you. But hear me when I say this. The world can't handle a confident black man. I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. The world. I ain't said nothing about Cleveland. I ain't said nothing about Dallas, Texas. I ain't said nothing. I said the world cannot handle a confident black young man who got his shit together. Just can't. See, I listen. I know it's early in the morning at BYU. You don't need to be talking like that early in the morning. Yeah, but I just got off the stage with J.R. Box and Uncle Steve. So hey, they bring it out. The world cannot handle a confident black man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna push it even a little farther. It's some black women out there can't handle a confident black man. Oh, but be white, boy, you talking right now. Lord have mercy, Jesus. The military have shown you. I got an uncle that been in the military. They couldn't handle a confident and educated and a black man that got his shit together. I'm being straight with you now. It's some black women's and black men's out there, period, can't handle a confident black man. And don't let that dude have his shit together and he know he good. All right then now. Okay now. All right. All right. If you check the study of divorces, yeah. In the black community, ain't now we black men got our faults now. Well, it's some of y'all sisters can't handle a confident black man when he got his shit together. I know. I've been there. Not once, but twice. Can handle. Yeah, couldn't handle. See, I didn't need your car. I had one. See, I ain't got to come to your job and borrow your car. I got two. See, I ain't gotta ask you, hey, let me borrow this and let me borrow that. No, I got my own. Yeah, I ain't No, I take care of you. I'll pay your bill. I'll pay your lights. I'll pay you. No, you gotta pay your own cell phone bill now. I don't pay nobody's cell phone bill. But I'll take care of that. Confidence, black man. Girl, I got this. You follow me. You follow me. Now, don't be calling, making no reservation for nothing. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Go out to dinner. You pulling out your American Express card. What you doing? No, don't do that with me. Oh yeah. My relationship, right? Oh yeah. Gonna pull out her American Express. Look here. Don't do that. Not with me. Now that's my job. There's she or he who is white looking at me saying, damn, you let her pay? Oh hell no, you ain't even embarrass me like that. I got this. We can go out to eat. We can suit up. Don't pull out your American Express. I'm gonna pay for it. A confident black man. A confident black man. The world can't handle. It just can't happen. When I say the world, I'm talking about all us in the world, the white and black people. They can't handle a confident black man, and that's Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is a confident black man because he was raised by one. He was raised by one. He was raised by a confident black man. Makes it so bad, he told his mama, when I make it to the NFL, you'll never have to work again. And she never had to work again. And he took care of his boys. Matter of fact, he took his ex-wives to court, Deion Sanders, to get custody of those boys. And he did a hell of a job. Hell of a job. Hell of a job. So once again, what I was trying to say last night, Cleveland is not ready for Shedeur. It's good things coming along with that. Not no bad thing. It's good things finna come along with Shedeur in a positive way. The community gonna love it. Them young kids gonna love him. He been doing that. He ain't just started that. He gonna put out his own narrative. He ain't gonna need Cleveland, Fox News. He ain't gonna need none of that. He got his own media team. They're gonna put out the narrative that they want. He's a hard-working young man. Earned everything that he done got came his way. And it because of his father, Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders did not do anything different from the Mannings. He didn't do, matter of fact, Bo Jackson, somebody drafted Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson said, I ain't going to play for you. I'm going somewhere else and play. And he stood on that. They didn't criticize him. John Elway did the same thing. John Elway said, you draft me, I'm going to go play damn baseball. Yeah. They did the same thing. They did the same thing. Like I say, don't penalize Shedeur because he's a confident black man. He just sure of himself. He confident in himself. Now, I heard what Warren Moon had to say. Warren Moon said, Shedeur Sanders. Now, I'm kind of 50-50 on that. But as I think about what Warren Moon said, yeah, I might have to agree. Shedeur Sanders can't walk around and carry himself as like a DB. He trying to say he can't go around and talk that trash like his dad, Deion Sanders, because he's a quarterback. And I agree. See, Shedeur don't have the same attributes and talents and traits that Deion had, Coach Prime had when he was playing. Right? See, Coach Prime can run a 4-3 or 4-2. Shedeur can't. See, Shedeur is a quarterback. He got to carry himself in a different type of manner than a defensive back or a wide receiver. See, Deion go out there and talk that trash. Yeah, he can go in them interviews and say, man, what pick y'all got? You heard what he said? It was the New York Giants when he told him that. That could be some, yeah. That could be some get back from the owner. Yeah, I remember when your dad came in and told me that we ain't gonna be around for us to pick him. So why we interviewing him? So we gonna take it out on you, man. What people treat you like that? They would. You heard Coach Prime? Leave my boys alone. Put me on the cross. Hang me up there and leave my boys alone. And when they drafted Shedeur, they put the camera on Shedeur. Shiloh said, "Hey, bro, you've been drafted, bro. You've been drafted. You want to make a song?" And you can see the humility in Shedeur's heart. He said, "Man, I just want to play ball, man. I just want to play ball." Now, I'm sure Shedeur is glad that NFL draft is over. That pressure off. All he got to do now is just go out there and play ball. That's all he got to do now is go out there and play ball. The weight of the world is off his shoulder. He can just go out there and play ball. Do what he know how to do. Go out there and work and play ball. And everything else gonna fall in line for him. It's gonna fall in line for him. He ain't got to talk. He can let his work do this talking. He can let his work do his talking. But like I say, Boogie Night, he said a whole mouthful, y'all. He said a whole mouthful one more time before I get off. Boog, I agree with you 100%.
Trust me, like I seen Coach Thomas said earlier, like how great his interview was with him when he visited and how it was totally different from some of the reports that we get from other places. Now, I'll explain this. Let's go back to the question you asked a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
With some of those interviews, I would say it wasn't the lack of professionalism or being unprepared. He's never been unprepared. I think it was more so of a young kid getting comfortable and building a relationship with someone and probably trusting them a little too much and going into a room with his guard down, not understand like, man, this is a job interview still, and they trying to pick you apart. Because you got to think the Giants and those teams, man, they've been in Boulder more than anybody. They've been there so much that almost to the point where he feel like, man, oh, we good. They have certain conversations off camera.
That's
like,
a good point.
Man, it's
right.
So now when I go in that room, it's these my people. Yeah, we good.
I never thought about it that.
Yeah,
I never like if I'm like that's not the first time they ever met. And I'm going back and forth. They've been there 2 years since I was junior.
Yeah.
We done talked, laughed, and joked about stuff.
You told me I'm your guy.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like, but like you said, that's how it is in interviews. You got to remember at all times they testing you and people's watching. So I never considered that, but
hey, like you said, it's too comfortable. He was comfortable with them. Let your guard down. And hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's over. But hey, Shedeur just got to go out there and get to work. Hey, before I leave, Fran Brown out there cutting up, boy. Yeah, Fran Brown, the head coach for Syracuse. Shit. He said these players can get an NIL deal. I'm going to get me one. I'm going to get me an NIL. Fran Brown got an NIL deal as a head coach. Boy, that stuff there. I don't know if y'all have heard that story. Have y'all heard it yet? Fran Brown, the head coach of Syracuse, got him an NIL deal. He said, hell, Fran Brown was known as that, man, I ain't finna play no wide receiver, no $2 million just to come catch no ball. But Fran Brown went out and got him an NIL. Listen to this. Check this out.
Check it out. Coach Fran Brown at Syracuse has embraced NIL for his players, but also himself. He himself is now signed with an NIL agency. So he's growing his brand, doing his marketing, as well as helping his players navigate and figure it all out. Y'all know we do it at TRPT. We've been repping the players. But if y'all coaches need some work, hey, holla at your boy. We got a sweet deal for you, man. The business hours is, we always open.
Fran Brown is doing that, boy. Do it, Fran Brown. Do it. Get you one. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Don't just let all these Fran Brown, you hell, big dog. You hell. Hey, y'all. Thank you for rocking with me this morning. I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm talking about Colorado running back, DeKayla Taylor, and DJ McKinnon. That's right. Justin. Yeah, that's right. You get that money. Get it all. Don't let all of them just get you some too. But check this out. Once again, you watching Sports Talk. We'll be watched. I got to get off right now. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and also join the membership if you don't mind. Once again, thanks for watching Sports Talk on this Monday morning edition. I'll see you later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all be blessed, and thanks for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts.
Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Next bus coming, you on the way.
When you look at Katon Salter game, he can throw the ball and he can run the ball. He's a dual threat quarterback. But the most impressive thing that I like about Katon Salter, he shows you when he's in the game how calm he can be and how really accurate he can throw the football. You know, there's a lot of talk out there that he's just a runner, but he has proven during spring practice and during that spring game. And if you go back and look at the films, when he was at Liberty, he's a pass-first quarterback. Katon Salter is a Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback in 2025. Don't get that twisted. He is him. Sports Talk with B. Watts.
You know who running the city. You know who running the city. Jobs getting gritty. From the city. You know who running the city. You know who running the city. Thinking about getting gritty. Like that water from the city. You know who running the city. You know who running the city. Thinking about getting gritty. Like that water from the city. You know who running the city. You know who running the city. The cleaning brown is getting gritty. Like that water from the city. Walking like a dog. 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 Let's go. Walking like a dog. Walking like a dog. Let's get it. Walking like a dog.
The key to the success as a coach, I'm saying as a strength coach, and I'm watching them work, they self-policed. They self-policed. They made sure everybody did their reps. The best players was my hardest workers. My best players was my hardest workers. My best players was the hardest workers. So the guys that we count on, you can count on them from the weight room, from conditioning. They always out front, and they the toughest. Your best players got to be your hardest.
I just want to tell everybody, you know, we get a lot of flack about me being in the portal and all right now. We've got 3 freshmen on offense that's contributing. We got Jordan Seaton, Michael Welch, and Draylon Miller. So don't let anybody out there tell you we're not recruiting high school players. We're recruiting elite high school players to come here because we're looking for guys that can play immediately. We're not looking for guys to come here in red shirt and sit on the bench and play. We're looking for guys to come here